Hello, this is Tom Chambers for PokerSavvy.com. This is the third video in this steps series that I started a while ago, and I'm just getting back to finishing. I'm going to do steps 3 and 4 in the near future, and then probably do steps 5 and 6 a little bit further down the road. Probably I'll record them before the W Coup's over, and I just am not sure when they'll end up on the site. But you just saw in the upper right, all in against the short stack and lost with kings to ace 10. This is the early stages of all four of these tournaments. I'm playing 4 different step 3s, 2 turbos and 2 non-turbos, and I'll talk a little bit about slight differences between the two of them. But the main thing to focus on in terms of understanding how to play, again, step tournaments in general, which we've been talking about through the first 2 videos, and step 3 in particular, is understand the prize pool, understand the payout structure. So I'm pulling that up right now over this table that I'm not playing a hand on right now. Basically, there's a 2-tiered structure in the step 3s. Top 2 move on, 3rd through 5th stay at step 3 and get a return step 3 ticket. 6th through 9th pays nothing. And so you've got these sort of two goals to make: first to get into the top 5, then to get into the top 2. And adjustments, sort of the standard adjustments that you'll make in order to or take advantage of the prize structure, is to be patient, a little bit tighter until you get to the top 5, hoping to get to the top 5 with a reasonable number of chips, and then sort of get very aggressive with 5 and 4 people left, and then there's a lot of sort of interesting situations that come up 3-handed, and we'll hopefully get into some of those. On the lower left, I had kings. I made a small raise just in case with 10 or 11 BBs. I don't think that opponents are going to be interpreting that as extremely strong. They're still going to shove with hands like 9s or whatever, but just in case you get somebody to defend the big blind with Jack 10 or whatever. Rather than open shoving with 10x and no antes, I decided to make the small raise. Doesn't really matter. Would have gotten that guy's stack either way. Okay. Want to say something briefly about sort of the turbo versus non-turbo. The main difference is, again, that clearly that the structure moves faster in the turbos, and as a result, you have a little bit more time pressure to accumulate enough chips in order to have a playable stack in the second half of the game. It's not quite enough in these to strictly fold into the money, especially once you get into steps 3 and 4, where you're going to have a few more opponents who are playing a similar sort of strategy, people that are playing a little bit better overall than the step 1s and 2s. And so you are going to have to look for some opportunities for chip accumulation. The difference between turbos and non-turbos, you're able to be a little bit more patient in the non-turbos and sort of give other people the opportunity to knock each other out, and look for the right spot to get from sort of starting with 1,500 chips, chipping down to 1,400, 1,300, etc., and then looking for a couple of spots to get over 2,000 to get to the point where you've got an average stack in the money, and then you have a chance to fight for the top 2 spots.